We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wentz now on first down. Left side here to Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An explosive 38-yard pickup. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Fitzpatrick on first down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Push him back. Push him back.
It's a second down run with Sanders. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Here we
are. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
First down, Fitzpatrick. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Open man here, Sims complete. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Out of his end zone, Fitzpatrick. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
53, Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Patrick.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Just get back on lady. Hey, turn it up.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 59. Mike 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 37. Check 37.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Let's go. Hand it out.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. The throw taken in by Sims. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. He'll air this one out deep for... And that's caught inside the 30. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
We own them. We own them. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some.
Operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick. He's going to try and go deep again. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz going up top. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they take the deficit. Into the lockers, you know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll look to run with Ingram. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Well, they'll run run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Right here. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Quickly completed to the right flat. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and, of course, get to the quarterback.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Now watch run, watch run.
Fitzpatrick again. He's going to take another shot here. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 43.
He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ingram again. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On the option, it'll be Hurts. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. There he goes inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Check 43.
They'll run here with Ingram.
And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Switch gears. Set up. 47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. Hey, defense, let's go.
And again, it's Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles continue to roll. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because one play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On play action, Fitzpatrick.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Washington on third down.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Check.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 552. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. All day, every day, any day.
On third down, Ingram. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 3. Watch safety green. Switch. Back.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Target. Check 9. Hawk 70. 47 Mike. 47.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Mike's 56. Check pass.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 Eagles. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Check Mike.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
Well, partner, the offense gets to take the knee, but the defense should take a bow on that sidelines. What a game, shutting him out.
I like the way you put it there. You wordsmithed that one perfectly. Take a knee offense, you get to celebrate, you got the win, but defensively, wow, they'll be sailing as they go forward.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.